IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Basketball Game of the Week. Brought to you by Buckeye Toyota, Bay Food Market, Fairfield County Adam H., the Savings Bank, Fairfield Medical Center, the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield Federal, the Carriage Company, Fairfield DD, Personal Touch Party Rentals and Events, Dagger Law, and North Body Shop.
From newly minted Jack Greathouse Court in Lancaster, IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings Game of the Week. And tonight, a matchup between the Logan Chieftains and the Lancaster Golden Gales. Hi again, everybody. I'm Josh Messerly, joined alongside by Coach Tim Shoemaker. And going to be a pretty good matchup, I think, tonight, Tim.
I think you're right. It always is. We talked before the game that these teams have played for a long time, and this is the 84th meeting versus Lancaster High School and Logan High School in basketball.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty regular rivalry. Lancaster has won 55 of those. Logan, though, a nice game last year we had down there, 45-44. And we are underway as our tip-off tonight was brought to you by North Body Shop. We'll acknowledge them here in a moment. As Sawyer Magich with it for Logan. As Alford, top of the key, we'll talk about him. He's a big key to this offense tonight for the Chieftains. Here's Maynard. Now back around to Alford, going to take it in. Has it stripped away. Going away to Thomas. And he gets it knocked away by Burke. Here's an open look for three, and that's off the iron. But a nice rebound by Williams, and he'll reset it. Nearly a minute gone by in this one, no score.
Yeah, both teams opened up playing man-to-man defense.
Swinging around, here's Thomas. He'll showing a lot of patience. Hanging shot is off the mark by Bruni. Open look for three, and he knocks it down. Jacob Burke, the Fisher Catholic transfer with the first three of the game.
Got the ball up the sideline quick there, Josh. Get it to the lefty on the wing.
There you see the Logan student section out strong, going to the rack and laying it in with the right hand, Trey Williams.
Took advantage of his quickness over Alford on the perimeter.
3-2, Logan leading. Magic losing the handle of it, taken away. Boyden gives it up to Bruni. Here's Ailes, pull up from the foul line's good.
Yeah, really good patience there in their secondary break. Got a nice mid-range jumper.
Cannon Ailes, 6'3", junior, averaging 8 a game. His first two puts Lancaster on top. Inside, and they finish underneath.
Yeah, that's a concern for Coach Riggs, trying to defend the post with the size that the Chieftains pose for them.
Coach Ryder says he's really improved as Caden Alford. His first two, and going to the basket and laying it in for Lancaster is Gabe Boyden. Back and forth we go early on. 5.5 to play in the opening quarter. Maynard swings around to Magic. Now Logan will go into the offensive set. Alford, the big man, playing out in the wing. Turns around and can't get the bounce, but a rebound underneath is no good by Pierce. He gets his own rebound, puts it up, leaves it short, and the Gales come away with it.
Yeah, really good effort by Pierce right there. He's long and athletic, Josh. Just couldn't get it in the hole.
Yeah, he got good size. He's at 6'6". Alford also at 6'6" for the Chieftains. Lancaster, no one over 6'4" on their roster. Ailes in the corner to Williams. Dangerous pass there. As Bruni will look over to head coach Kent Riggs in season number 7 at Lancaster.
Really just trying to spread the floor here, Josh, to get some dribble drives like this right here.
Going to the basket and laying it in, Cannon Ailes.
Yeah, makes your offense very efficient when you attack the basket like that.
There you see Coach Riggs coaching his team up on the sidelines. 4 for Cannon Ailes, and Lancaster with a 3-point advantage. Magdic picks his dribble up and will bounce for Alford. Alford will lob it inside to Pierce with an easy deuce.
Yeah, you got to have it's hard because you want to have pressure on the ball, but he's 6'6", throwing over top of your head. Then what you've got to do is have your backside really, really active.
And a traveling violation can be called on Colton Bruni. 5'11" sophomore goes Bruni. Also Cannon Ailes, a junior. Gabe Boyden, a junior. Trey Williams, a senior. And J.D. Thomas, the 5 on the floor for Lancaster. Sawyer Magdic, a junior for Logan. Cohen Maynard, a junior. Jacob Burke, a senior. And there's a finish by Magdic.
Yeah, just not very good initial defense. There's only one pass and a score, Josh.
Chieftains take the lead at 9-8. Also Simon Pierce, a senior, and Caden Alford, a senior, on the floor for the Chieftains. That one's off the iron for Bruni. Rebound tracked down by Thomas. He loses it, but finds Ailes. As we near 3 to play in the opening quarter. Thomas going to work. Now it's Ailes, launches for 3, off the iron. Gets a strip, goes to the rack, leaves it short, out of bounds, and they're going to say last touch by the Chieftains. Great atmosphere here in the LHS gym tonight.
Usually is, and it's going to amp up here in a couple of years even more.
Absolutely, as both of these teams will be in the OCC Buckeye division. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. Inside, shot is short by Hall, and a whistle and a tie-up, and the arrow will stay with Lancaster. The Gales will have possession, trailing by 1. Colton Bruni looks to trigger it in. He finds Tyler Carpenter. There's an open look for 3. That's off the iron. Maynard comes up with it for Logan. Back and forth we go. Here's Maynard off the glass and in. First 2 for Cohen Maynard, quickly the other way. Ailes, baseline jumper, rims out. Alford with the strong rebound. Chieftains up by 3. Aaron's going to the rack is Burke. Can't finish. Alford with a stick back.
Yeah, there's the advantage right there. On the boards, crashing.
You're going to look at Maynard's last basket on the other end. Allen gives it up, and going strong to the basket's Cannon Ailes, who will draw the foul.
Yeah, they're really driving the ball. Chieftain defenders have got to sit down and guard the basketball.
Simon Pierce will pick up his first personal. We'll remind you our tip-off tonight was brought to you by North Body Shop, providing quality customer service, parts, and reliability since 1979. Owner Mark North will provide you with a free written warranty in each estimate. That's Mark North of North Body Shop. We'll treat you right. We'll also remind you tonight's timeouts are being brought to you by the Carriage Company, located at 1031 North Memorial Drive in Lancaster. You can check out their website at carriagecompany.com.
Well, you know, both teams come in, and both coaches express that, you know, part of the improvement that they really are trying to make at this time of year, Josh, is offensively. And right now, both teams look pretty good, pretty efficient. You know, Lancaster's getting the ball on the floor, on the perimeter, and getting to the basket. Logan's using a little bit of their size right there to get some good shots. And, you know, you're looking at 13-8 with 1:42 to go in the first quarter. Both coaches got to feel pretty good about this.
Yeah, Coach Chris Ryder in his 7th season at Logan, a 1-5 record overall. Team that struggling a little bit offensively, only
Yeah.
averaging about 25 a game, but understand the point guard situation really being, as you see Coach Ryder there.
Yeah, he had a couple players that, have been hurt, and just that just changes everything, Josh. It changes your rotations. It changes not just the play on the floor. It just puts, like Alfred's had to play in positions where he's not, quite as comfortable. Now, Lancaster changed defense here. Go to their 2-3. See if Logan can be patient enough to get a good shot, like right there. See, that's not being patient enough.
Gales come away with the turnover. And that one's taken away by Hunter Hill. Ball's now loose as Maynard comes away with it. Pull up in the lane, it's no good. Rebound pulled down by Allen. Back and forth we go inside of a minute to play in the first quarter. Bearing a very active first quarter for sure.
Just 3 out, 2 in, just trying to spread it. Again, see what they're getting right there, Josh? Little penetrating pitch.
Hill's trying to whip it around. Here's Carpenter dishing underneath, and a foul is called as Hayden Allen gets fouled.
See, when you can get the ball to the middle of the floor, you create help, and then that creates opportunities for your other people. And that's a really good job by Lancaster perimeter people, getting 2 feet into the lane.
Hunter Hill picks up his first as going to the line. It's Hayden Allen. First free throw is good. One of their better free throw shooters at 68%.
Watch right here. You got both feet in the lane, and look at the help. Anytime the help is what we say vertical is up, then somebody's open. And give credit to the passer. He found a wide open receiver.
So Allen splits the pair at the line. Inside a half minute to play in the quarter. See if the Chieftains hold the last shot.
Yeah, just going to extend a little bit here and try to create a little chaos. I think the Chieftains are, they're comfortable taking the last shot.
Hale's trying to apply a little pressure.
Yeah. It's good. That's good.
Inside of 10. This is Maynard. Turns it over. Ahead to Bruni. Trying to beat the clock, and he does as he lays it in. And that'll take us to the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, just got to take care of the ball in that situation. A good job by the Gales getting scrappy and getting active hands.
What a fast-paced first quarter as it comes to a close with the score 13-11 in favor of Logan.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Fairfield DD. Fairfield DD supporting more than 1,200 people with developmental disabilities and their families in Fairfield County, bringing about a vibrant community where people can lead fulfilling lives and make meaningful contributions.
Well, I talked at the top of the broadcast that we are coming to you from Jack Greathouse Court, and on Friday night, of course, Wall of Fame introductions took place here at Lancaster High School, and a special honor as one of those Wall of Fame inductees was former coach Jack Greathouse, and he was named with the court here at Lancaster High School. There's a little bit of that ceremony. You see Coach Greathouse getting his plaque, and from 1988-2003, the head coach here at Lancaster, 224 wins, most all-time, Final Four, and in a couple of Hall of Fames. And check this out. That's Coach Greathouse right there, slapping the L. So congratulations to Coach Greathouse. It's quite an honor to have the court here named after him. I know you got the chance to work with Coach Greathouse back in his days with IVP as well.
Yep. Just very deserving award, and for the whole group of people there. I happen to be familiar with everybody there, and some more than others, but very, very deserving group of people to be honored.
Yeah, absolutely. Congratulations to all the inductees as well as we get started here in the second quarter. Gales come away with a turnover, and getting fouled going in is Tyler Carpenter, and he'll go to the line.
Yeah, now you go back, it was, 13-8 when Lancaster went to the zone, and Logan has not been effective at all.
You see there Coach Greathouse celebrating his induction, also Principal Scott Burry and former athletic director Merwin Balish, and then before that you saw current athletic director Pam Bosser congratulating him. Free throw was good at the line by Carpenter, and he knocks it off. Another one down.
Here we go.
It up.
Now they're going to give him a little pressure.
Logan breaks it and goes to the basket, and then a rebound foul is called, and a little bump there underneath. And I'll tell you, the JV game got a little bit chippy, and so you wonder if this varsity game may get a little chippy as well.
You know, as long as it's clean play, you know, we used to say that if there's not a little controversy, then it's not really a game sometimes.
It's also a little bit of a rivalry, too.
Oh, yeah, yeah. You got to keep it clean and, you know, be under control emotionally. But I like it when it gets a little bit that people are competing.
And the crowd was getting into that JV game just as well. By the way, Lancaster won that one 44-31. And slicing in is Williams, having it rejected. Ball is loose underneath. Williams gets it back, has it rejected again.
Really,
Simon Pierce.
Good officiating right there, no call.
It was picked away by Carpenter, racing down, and Carpenter will lay it in.
Since they've gone to zone, it's 7-0, and they're getting breakouts off the turnovers.
4 for Tyler Carpenter. Here's Pierce, cherry picking, fouled, and count it.
Well, that's going to happen a few times also because they just threw it over top of you. But what Lancaster's done, they've changed the tempo of the game, Josh, and that's what needs to happen. You can see here, just breakouts. The hardest thing to defend is turnovers that then come your way because your defense is not set.
Right.
Transition defense is the hardest part of defense in basketball.
This Carpenter giving it up, finding Ailes. Pull up from the elbow. Too strong, slapped out of bounds. They're going to say off of Trey Williams. It'll go over the Chieftains.
Yeah, good effort by Trey. Very active, getting on the boards. Get in there with the big boys.
This is certainly a team that plays very hard for Lancaster. That's one thing, even if you've struggled, as Burke knocks down the left-hander.
Yeah, nice job right there. They've settled down a little bit here against the press. You know what they've got to do, and they're doing that now, is they're using their height just to pass the ball versus the pressure. Don't try to dribble through it.
Here's an open look for Ailes, and he knocks it down.
Did a great job of getting himself. Here you see Logan beating the pressure before, and a really good choice by Burke right here.
A little soft touch there with the left hand. Alford throws it away. Ailes steps in the passing lane. Williams looking inside. Too strong at the right hand by Allen. And Bell comes away with the rebound. Very fast-paced moving first half as Pierce has it deflected and they try to pin it off the glass, but they're going to call Hayden Allen for the personal.
Well, they're playing a high-low here, and that's a good thing. You know what happens, you know, and I know Caden Alford's not totally comfortable sometimes. He's in some positions due to, you know, personnel situations, but just take his time in the middle of the floor. Because, I mean, that high-low is a good thing. They're going to get a little blow right now. Not a bad idea. But Logan's, you know, come back here now, made an adjustment. Players are taking their time, pass the ball, and look over top of the pressure. Not try to dribble through it.
Good look at Simon Pierce, who knocks down another free throw, his second. And a timeout taken by Logan, their first. Our timeouts, again, brought to you by the Carriage Company.
Yeah, we've had a lot of replays tonight, Josh. Tonight's replays are brought to you by Dagger Law. Dagger Law is a law firm built on more than 110 years of legal experience. Whatever your situation, the knowledgeable legal professionals at Dagger Law can get you the help you need from a local, trusted, and experienced firm. Contact Dagger Law today at 740-759-4096 or online at daggerlaw.com.
You get a good look at Coach Chris Ryder inside the Logan huddle. Again, 7th season with the Chieftains, a 70-62 record, and really has done a good job with that program at Logan.
Sure has. You know, he spent 15 years, and you know, I'm fortunate to know both these guys. That means they're old timers like me. So
I wouldn't gonna say that.
Yeah, it's all right. This is Kent's 34th year, and this is Chris's 30th. So I mean, that's exemplary. You know, of both of them, and they're both outstanding people along with being coaches.
Coach Riggs had a lot of success at Canal Winchester. We'll talk a little bit about that later as that one's deflected out of bounds and will stay with the Gales. Clock stop with 5:13 to go in the half. The Chieftains with a 2-point lead. Gabe Boyden finding Williams. Looking inside for Boyden. Here's a deep look and too strong by Carpenter.
Yeah, great. Really good rebound by Pierce, just going and getting the ball.
And Logan had to feel that was where they were going to have an advantage tonight.
Yeah, you would hope so. I mean, right now, just got to take it, you know, like attack the zone they are here with passing. Less dribble penetration.
That one's intercepted by Boyden. Thomas going to the rack, has it rejected by Pierce. Williams, though, controls the loose ball.
Yeah, just quick to the ball.
That might be an advantage for Lancaster, is some quickness as Bruni can't connect for three. Inside, and that's Pierce up and in.
Like I said, you know, Lancaster made an adjustment and did a really good job of getting the lead back, and now Logan's made their adjustment.
Okay, Boyden left open and knocks it down.
A little soft 2-2-1 here. Again, pass through the zone.
Magich passes to Pierce. Can't get the first one, but he gets the follow.
And he's done a good job finishing.
Double figures for Simon Pierce with 11. 24-20, the Logan lead, as you see the last finish on the other end by Boyden. Here's Carpenter. Thomas just on the line, off the front iron, rebound tapped around. Carpenter can't get it to fall. Here's an open look for three, off the mark. Gales come away with the rebound. Boy, and Tim, you really got to be excited if you're Coach Ryder that seeing some patience with that zone, that they were really working the middle of the floor.
Yeah, and you know, getting it, attack via pass. You know, we like to talk about dribble attack and split the gaps and all those concepts, but that's not their strength right now. Lancaster has a little advantage when it comes to that, so they're doing the other thing is they're passing over top with their size.
Sawyer Magich picks up his first personal. Gales will trigger it in underneath their own rack with 2:46 to go in the half, trailing by 4. Wide open look for Ailes. Cannot get it to fall. Gales have had some good looks. Follow-up attempt is no good. That was by Boyden, and now a foul. Or no, it's out of bounds.
It's really good job by the Gales getting on the boards, though. Just getting loose balls, tips, Josh, and creating some havoc.
Does that come down to just effort when you are the undersized team?
Absolutely. Rebounding is effort. You know, you can understand some of the angles and those things, but I tell you, a lot of it's just effort.
Dangerous pass there, too hot to handle. Gales come away with it. Ailes letting the trash clear, got away with a step there, and a wild shot, and a foul's going to be called. J.D. Thomas maybe got bailed out on a wild shot. Owen Bell picks up his first personal. You see Coach Ryder talking to the officials, probably not pleased with the couple of calls there, maybe a travel.
Yeah, he's wondering why that's not a travel.
Yeah, that and maybe the foul call. First free throw is up and good. Well, if you go by the old principle, the ball don't lie, he did knock down the free throw, but there's another look. As Thomas will have another free throw, and it rims out. 24-21, Logan the lead and the ball as we hit 2 minutes to play. And it's poked out.
Just, you got to use a little pass fakes, and you know what? For Logan, you might have to move your perimeter people a little bit so that Lancaster can't always locate where the receivers are.
Agic will try and pass it inside to Pierce.
Yeah,
great job by picking it off by Williams.
Yeah, you can't score if you turn it over.
Logan trying to return the favor. Jump ball, and it will go, or it'll stay with Lancaster. As Hunter Hill will check back in for the Chieftains and Caden Alford. How does that change the dynamic for Logan when you've got Alford on the bench versus coming back on the floor?
Well, right here, you go put him on the perimeter, make him guard somebody like Williams, who's quick. Good recognition by the Gales right there.
And Williams will go to the line as Alford picks up his first.
Yeah, I mean, Caden's not as comfortable out there. As we say, where the air's thin, he's just not quite as comfortable as 6'6" and big body. So he's got to give him, however they teach. The phrase used to be, you guard a man by arm's length. Well, if he's a little quicker, you might have to give him an arm and a half's length. That's just part of the game and understanding it.
Williams goes 1 of 2 at the line. 3 points for him for the 6'2" senior.
Yeah, you got to use pass fakes versus zone.
And Logan's going to call a timeout to avoid a turnover, coming with 1:23 to go in the half. We talked about it earlier, Coach Riggs, 27 seasons at Canal Winchester and 422 wins. Very successful with the Indians. 2000 Final Four team. They lost to some guy named LeBron. Akron St. Vincent St. Mary's, 7 Mid-State League titles. But really what's been interesting is what he's done for Lancaster. Not necessarily eye-popping numbers, but when you consider in his 7 seasons, 48 wins here at Lancaster.
Yeah.
9 seasons prior to Coach Riggs getting to Lancaster, they won 36 games.
Well, it's not even the ones and losses, Josh. They have a program. They have an established program built all the way up. Lancaster has a history of that being here, but it took a downturn for whatever reasons. But Coach Riggs provides stability. He's knowledgeable. He works hard at the game. I mean, I coached the game. I know. I mean, it was you better be ready because they're going to be ready.
And he's going to teach the fundamentals.
Absolutely, and they've gotten better. Every year we have come out here. Obviously, the COVID year was kind of a lost year.
Anomaly for many reasons.
Yeah, but every year we've come out here, they're better. They're better this year. Now, do they have as much size? Maybe not, but they're doing a lot of things better, and they'll continue. And as long as the players continue to get in the gym in the offseason or on the asphalt and work to get better, that's what Colton Bruni does. He spends time away from the game. That's why he's gotten a lot better, and he'll continue.
Well, yeah, in years past, they were just not competitive. At least now they're to a point where they are competitive and then some. Coming out of the timeout, Logan trying to get some points here late in the half. Trying to figure out Lancaster's defense. Burke finds Hill. And he will shoot it and miss. Gales want to run here. Inside a minute to go.
Nice pass.
Williams with the feed, and he finishes.
Really nice pass.
Beautiful pass from J.D. Thomas to Trey Williams.
That was just super by J.D.
Ties it up as we near a half minute to play in the half.
Yeah, this will be hard for the Chieftains right now, holding the ball.
It seems like it's very tough for them to be patient in this situation.
Well,
we saw at the end of the quarter.
It's just hard because they're not comfortable. Some of the players have either, a little less experience or a little less time on the floor on the perimeter, and they're just not as comfortable. Like right there, it's just
An errant pass and then compounded by a foul.
And what hair Coach Coach Ryder has left is going to be gone.
Here's that last possession.
Yeah, watch the penetration on the baseline. And Trey made himself available, which is really what you have to do. A lot of people bury themselves and earn what we call an available receiver. He stepped back, made himself available. Really nice play.
Big development for Logan. Caden Alford picks up his 3rd foul, so he's going to be sitting on the bench for the rest of the half.
And that's what happens when you struggle with perimeter play sometimes, is that the ball doesn't, little things don't happen. You can't run the period out. The ball doesn't get on time, so your rhythm in your offense. And I know Coach Ryder talked about that. We need to really continue to work hard at getting some kind of rhythm offensively.
Williams knocks them both down, give him 7 in the half. Lancaster with a 2-point advantage with 7.1 to go in the half.
Yeah, we've had some flip-flopping here as far as
yes, we have.
Back and forth.
Magic gives it up to Hill. Will launch near half court off the front iron, and that's going to take us to halftime. With the score, Lancaster 26 and Logan 24. We will take a timeout, and we will be back with the Fairfield Federal halftime coming up in a moment. You're watching the IVP Sports Buffalo Wild Wings Game of the Week.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Taylor with Habitat for Humanity of Southeast Ohio. Here at Habitat for Humanity, our mission is simple. We're here to bring people together to build homes, communities, and hope. Achieving this mission is made possible with support of local partners like Buckeye Toyota and their Buckeye Cares program. That means Buckeye Toyota will make a donation with every vehicle sold this month. From all of us at Habitat for Humanity, we say thank you, Buckeye Toyota, for once again offering your generous support.
Where can I find advanced heart care?
When you choose Fairfield Medical Center for your heart care, you'll find confidence in our expertise and peace of mind in our compassion. Your health is important, and our heart and vascular experts specialize in the latest technology and treatments to keep you feeling your best. Whatever you're searching for, you can find it at Fairfield Medical Center. You walked down the aisle and promised happily ever after. Sometimes happily ever after means ending a relationship. We know the conversations are not easy. Deciding what's best for you, your children, and your next steps takes work and communication. At Dagger Law, we know there are no monsters in a divorce, only people trying to find their way. Local, trusted, experienced. Dagger Law.
The Frankie Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our 2 locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster and 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
Hi, I'm Carol Whittington, and I would like to invite you to stop by Personal Touch Party Rentals and Events, located at 1540 Hubbard Drive in Lancaster. We are a small family-owned business and have been servicing the Central Ohio and Hocking Hills area since 2003. Graduations with a personal touch, weddings with a personal touch, corporate events with a personal touch. Please call us today for all your party rental needs, 740-689-6991.
Welcome back to Lancaster High School, 26-24. Lancaster leads Logan at the half. Josh Messerly here with the Fairfield Federal halftime. We'll recap some scoring in this one for Lancaster. They were led by a couple of players. Cannon Ailes with 7 points and Trey Williams with 7 points each. Ailes also had a three-pointer, 4 for Tyler Carpenter and Gabe Boyden, and then 2 for Colton Bruni and 1 each for Hayden Allen and J.D. Thomas. Logan was led by Simon Pierce, the only player in double figures with 11. They got 5 from Jacob Burke and then 4 from Caden Alford and 2 each from Cohen Maynard and Sawyer Mackage. So should be an interesting second half between the Golden Gales and the Chieftains. And we will remind you tonight's halftime is brought to you by Fairfield Federal. Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan Association is your Fairfield County community bank specializing in home mortgage loans. They've been serving the Lancaster community since 1895. Stop in and see us today at any of our 3 locations: in Lancaster on Main Street, in downtown Lancaster, and on West Fair Avenue, or in Pickerington on Cross Creek Boulevard. We are banking that revolves around you. 26-24, Lancaster leads Logan at the break. We'll be back with the second half in just a moment.
Bay Food Market is Fairfield County's source for high-quality, locally sourced meats. The meat case is always full of quality fresh beef, pork, gourmet burgers, and gourmet brats for you and your family to enjoy. Bay Food Market cures and smokes their own hams, bacon, and sausage. Visit Bay Food Market at the corner of Maple and Walnut Streets in Lancaster and discover the Bay Food Market difference. Open daily 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., closed Thursday and Sunday. Bay Food Market, proudly serving Fairfield County families for more than 90 years.
Hi, I'm Sheriff Alex Lape. In my 30-year law enforcement career, I have seen many different trends in illicit drug trade and substance use disorders. Fentanyl is the deadliest drug that I have ever encountered. Very minuscule amounts can be fatal. Fentanyl is present in most mainstream illicit drugs. Drug cartels are now pressing fentanyl into forms that appear to be common candies. Ingesting any of these fake candies or pills can have fatal overdose effects. This ongoing drug epidemic requires a balanced approach. We must focus our attentions and resources on treatment and education in conjunction with enforcement efforts that hold those who traffic in dangerous drugs accountable. For your sake and the sake of your family, do not take any medications that are not issued through prescriptions by your pharmacy. Thank you.
This message is brought to you by the Fairfield County Adam H. Board.
How much can you afford to spend on a home? That's a good question. I'm Desi DeJohn, Assistant Vice President and Mortgage Loan Officer at the Savings Bank in Lancaster. It's important to know how much you can afford before you contact a real estate agent. Factors such as income, credit score, debt, and down payment can help determine how much a bank can lend you to buy a home. Getting pre-qualified is the best way to find out how much you can afford to spend on a home. You can apply to pre-qualify online anytime at thesavingsbankohio.bank.
Swing into the Carriage Company and check out our sweet deals.
If you're looking for the best selection of clean, quality used vehicles, look no further than the Carriage Company. You'll feel secure with your purchase, knowing all vehicles undergo an extensive safety and service check prior to the sale. And all vehicles can be viewed online at carriagecompany.com. The Carriage Company, located at 1031 North Memorial Drive in Lancaster.
So wait!
IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Basketball Game of the Week. Brought to you by Buckeye Toyota, Bay Food Market, Fairfield County Adam H., the Savings Bank, Fairfield Medical Center, the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield Federal, the Carriage Company, Fairfield DD, Personal Touch Party Rentals and Events, Dagger Law, and North Body Shop.
Welcome back to Lancaster High School. Jack Greathouse Court. Josh Messerly alongside Tim Shoemaker. 26-24, Lancaster leads Logan as we get set for second half action. And Tim, your thoughts on that first half?
Well, you know, it's a game of runs. Like I said, you know, the script got flipped a couple times. I thought a big change when Lancaster was down 5 early, went to their zone, but it's not a stand around look at zone. It's extended, creates a little pressure. It stirred Logan, and I think it changed the tempo of the game for the Gales. And then Logan made an adjustment, you know, did a little better job of attacking the zone via the pass, using some of their size on some high lows. But then Lancaster again got the tempo up a little bit and got it going. That is definitely to their advantage tonight, to get it out and get the ball to the rim. So we'll see what happens. I look for the Gales to come back out, use their extended 2-3, create a little, you know, uncomfortableness for the Chieftains.
Sure.
And, you know, the Chieftains have played all man-to-man. They're not going to let Lancaster stand around and shoot 3-point shots all night. So the Gales got to continue to put the ball on the floor and get to the rim. They've created a lot of opportunities for themselves by doing that.
One thing to watch for here in the second half, Caden Alford, the 6'6" center for the Chieftains, 3 fouls. Got to be a coach Ryder's concern here in the second half.
Yeah, and he's got to play at the high post and some wing things, and he's just not quite as comfortable there. But you got Simon Pierce down on the block, who's long and athletic, and he finishes well. So, you know, they're in a little bit of a conundrum there of how to get those two to work together along with the other 3 players in the offense.
We talked about it a little bit earlier, but these two teams are going to see a lot of each other in the coming years as Logan enters the OCC. Couple more years, 24-25 school years when they will join the OCC Buckeye. We'll have the likes of Lancaster, Pickerington Central, Newark, Canal Winchester, Groveport, and Reynoldsburg. Travel is going to be great for those teams.
Be the Route 33 League is what we're going to call it, you know.
And Lancaster can't really complain about travel in the OCC because back in the day when they're in the COL or the BCC, which, you know, how can you have a conference that has Findlay and Lancaster in the same league?
Well, yeah,
apparently someone didn't own a globe when they made that conference.
Even further, we went to Fremont.
Yeah.
You know, those were tough. You know, I loved this coaching in the COL with Zanesville, Newark, Marietta, Arlington, Grove City. That was super competitive basketball and football.
I can't imagine the Tuesday night game for Upper Arlington or Marietta at each other's place making that bus ride back home in the winter. But either way, we are ready to go here in the second half, and the Chieftains turn it over in their first possession. And a pull up, and we're going to get a blocking foul. Is going in strong was J.D. Thomas.
And again, taking that turnover and turning it into something positive. It's Josh, I can't tell you enough how hard it is to defend when you turn the ball over.
That's been an Achilles heel tonight for the Chieftains. Thomas short with the first free throw as Jacob Burke picks up his second foul. Saw some Fisher Catholic coaches here probably cheering on Jacob Burke, a transfer from the Irish. Coach Sean Brown coming off a big win on Saturday night. We were there for that one against Byrne Union. Saw him in the crowd. As Thomas can't connect on either free throw, so it remains a 2-point advantage for the Gales.
Got to use pass fakes. If you're not going to use a dribble drive, you got to use pass fakes, Josh.
Trying to lob it to get inside to Pierce, and they can't get it to him.
Yeah, well, there's no deception in their passing.
Bruni going around a screen. Thomas will find Williams. Ailes showing a lot of patience. From the elbow, it's good for Cannon Ailes.
Got a nice mid-range game.
He's got 9 points in the game. And that one's passed, rejected back to Alford. Trying to get inside to Pierce. They finally do. A lot of contact, no call.
They got what they wanted, just didn't get a finish.
Yeah, they were really trying to get inside to Simon Pierce for the finish, just could not do it. Here's Williams going to work. Open look for Ailes. Off the mark, poked out of bounds, and it will stay. And we're going to get an official conference here. They're going to change the call and go over.
Good job right here. Official on our side. We had to look at that, and he saw that. you know what? People don't understand sometimes. People are not transparent. You cannot see through them.
Sometimes one official has
Yes.
a better angle. Should mention that Kerry Stringer, Andrew Esker, and Gerard Davis are the officials tonight. And trying to rip that rebound away, but hitting it off of a teammate was Cannon Ailes, who goes hard onto the floor. He's slow to get up. We've talked about this is a hard floor here at Lancaster High School.
I can tell you from experience.
I can too. I got a few scars to
Yes.
prove it.
There's cement under this.
Uh-huh.
It's not a carpeted cushion under there.
In a couple years, they will get a new gym floor at the new high school. As you get a look at Cannon Ailes, goes to the bench with 9 points. Ball knocked away on the inbound. And going into the basket, and Carpenter missing it. Quickly ahead, it goes to Burke. Back for the attempted dunk, and he misses. Gets it back and will finish. Well, he almost had it.
Yeah.
Open look for Thomas. Can't connect. Tapped away by Magdich. And he tries to run it down, and a loose ball foul is going to be called. "84 feet of action right there." Foul is going to go on J.D. Thomas, his first.
Both teams play physically hard.
Yeah, they certainly won't get up without a fight. Bell finds Alford. Thought about going baseline. Magdich rifles it inside, and it tipped right to Alford, but he can't get it to fall. Rooney will fire off the back flange.
Hey, just hadn't been able to get it going. Got to
Ailes
keep
just
looking
can't
at
get
it.
And Bruni comes away with the theft. He'll pull up and miss the jumper.
Good choice. Really good decision. Just, didn't get enough lift on the shot.
Chieftains going to slow it down this possession. Magdich will go around the screen. Picked up his dribble, finds Alford. A nice feed to Caden Alford.
Yeah, better job of just taking his time right there. If you're not that comfortable, just slow down.
Seems like tonight, at times, the Chieftains have been really rushed on the offensive end.
Well, you feel that way when you're not comfortable.
And a moving screen going to be called against Colton Bruni. Let's get a look at that last pass in from Magdich to Alford. And a timeout's going to be taken by Lancaster.
Just a lot of momentum changes, even here in this quarter, too. It's just carrying over. I mean, we can sit here and enjoy it, and it's all fun, but when you're sitting over there, it's not quite as much fun.
I can imagine.
Trying to think through what you need to do and get players to do the things you want them to do. But, and we talk about, offensively, when you are playing, it's just a lot of it has to do with, okay, if you're not as comfortable with your skill level, then just take your time. And pivoting is a big thing. And you say pivoting, well, it's critical to not committing turnovers and using simple things as pass fakes. How many passes have the Gales gotten tips on? A lot.
Yeah.
You have to pass fake. You have to bend your knees and just make solid pass fakes. And it sounds simple, but it's hard to do, and you have to spend a lot of time and really reinforce it daily in practice.
The Gales certainly have had a lot of active hands tonight and have taken advantage of some miscues by the Chieftains.
There you go. I like this moving the perimeter a little bit, but you got to fake there.
And Bell called for steps as he tried to go down and pick it up and rolled over in the process.
Yeah, I like moving the perimeter, people. That's a little C cut there. You dribble and replace the person. Just take your time, because what happens is Lancaster's defense is overplaying on the perimeter. They are extending. Nice job.
Inside, and Ailes finishes.
Yeah, that's a really nice isolation right there. Good pass by Trey Williams.
Double figures for Cannon Ailes. He's got 11 now. Tipped away from Pierce, but he gets it back. Here's Burke. Tough shot, and the Gales come away with it. Here's Ailes. A runner outside the lane's no good, and a foul underneath as Allen goes up strong.
And a little secondary break. Ailes got a little too deep, but they did get the ball reversed and good dribble attack. Defenses don't block out as well in transition either because they've lost or have to look for their man.
Good look at Hayden Allen. 68% at the line. Knocks down the first free throw.
Yeah, good effort there.
Had an assistant coach for Lancaster tell me that Hayden Allen, he kind of refers to him as instant offense because it seems like he's always scoring right when he comes in the game.
Well, he did a good job right there of cleaning up a miss.
There's 1 of 2 at the line. 3-point advantage for Lancaster as we near 3 to play in the third.
Yeah. She's setting a low ball screen.
Tough shot by Pierce off the side of the backboard. Rooney will find Williams. Runner in the lane, leaves it short. Logan will try to attack here with Magich. Inside, Pierce wasn't ready for it. Has it stripped, and it's going to stay with the Chieftains. Well, they've really done a number inside on Simon Pierce defensively tonight. Really made life tough for him in the post.
Well, they do a good job. Here's another timeout. But they do a really good job in their zone. They extend, and when I say extend, they're off the normal spots, and they're overplaying the Logan players and making passes hard. And then they swarm to the ball. It's kind of like a good defense in football. Is you got to swarm. And they've done a really good job getting good angles and making him uncomfortable when he catches it.
Yeah, certainly, and Alford, they've really needed another answer inside. The Chieftains had with Alford having some foul trouble on the bench with 3.
What Simon Pierce had, the first half he had 11?
Yeah, 11, and that's where he's at right now.
Yeah, they've done a good job this quarter.
He certainly had to earn everything he's got tonight.
Oh, absolutely. Both these teams play good schedules, and you play good people. Obviously, the OCC, we're familiar with the good teams in that division with Newark and Pick Central, Roundsburg. I mean, you're going to face good teams. Logan plays a good schedule. Now, they've been independent since 2017, and when you're independent, you're really going to have to play good because you got to play at the mercy of when those people aren't playing league games.
And that's got to be really difficult as well, having that independent schedule.
It is. You play a variety of people because you have to schedule games when they're available.
Chieftains will have it underneath their basket out of that timeout. Ball slapped away by Carpenter, but getting it back is Maynard. Magich has the pass deflected, and getting it back is Bell. About 3 turnovers in the span of 5 seconds. That's knocked out of bounds, and it will go over to Lancaster. Lancaster team, a little bit of youth, so you kind of expect some mistakes every now and then.
Yeah, they've done a good job overall. I mean, a little diagonal slash cut with a screen.
There's a 3 off the mark by Carpenter.
Yeah, just a little bit of a hurry. He had that shot before he caught it.
Yes.
And you do have to prepare to shoot, but you don't have to shoot it. There's a difference. I'm prepared to shoot here, Josh, but I'm not going to shoot any.
I think you can still make that.
Well, you may be the only one in the gym believes that.
That was stripped away. Hill gets it back, has it stripped again. And Williams comes away with it. Swinging around to Carpenter.
I see that's more his thing right there.
Everything but the finish for Carpenter.
Like I said, when you get 2 feet in the lane, you create issues for defenses.
Tipped away, but not too far away from Hill. They'll get back.
See, no pass fake.
Here's Burke. Finds a loose change, but can't finish. As we hit 1 minute to play here in the third. 5 points for Lancaster in the quarter, only 4 for Logan. It's been an offensively challenged quarter for both teams. Bruni gets in trouble, dishes it out, and an air ball there.
Well, and here's the thing, and we talked about this in football. You don't look good when you're not scoring. You look better when you score. And, people even talked about the Browns last week. They go, ugh. They won, but it was ugh.
Yes.
Because when you watch the Colts and the Vikings before that.
Yes, that was a major letdown.
It's just the perception of sport.
Absolutely. Some contact there near midcourt. Surprised there wasn't a call, and a kickball is going to be called against Colton Bruni.
And that's what I mean right there. You got to just pivot. Just pivot across with the ball strong and reach out and make that a nice, easy bounce pass. You can't throw it through people.
Chieftains with another opportunity to hold for the last shot, and it's poked away. They've had some trouble with that tonight, holding for the last shot.
As I said, just not comfortable. Just not comfortable with the perimeter players.
Down to 10. Bruni going around a screen from Williams. He's got a launch with Alford coming out to cover him. Maynard comes up with it. He will heave it for the backboard and draw nothing, and that will bring us to the end of 3. A low-scoring third quarter.
Yeah, what was it?
9 points total, 5 for Lancaster and 4 for Logan.
Well, Coach Riggs, when I spoke to him yesterday, said, first 1 to 50 wins.
Yeah, he ain't kidding.
No, he was right.
31-28 the score. Lancaster leading Logan here after 3. And let's take a moment to acknowledge our fine IVP Sports crew tonight. Our director-producer, Bob Campetti, back in the saddle. And also next to him is Donnie Ziegfeld on scoreboard and graphics. There's Jason Roush, our top camera tonight. And Tom Russo down on the floor, giving you the great shots on the baseline. So thanks to our entire IVP Sports crew tonight, and your favorite camera operators to our left, Rob Ott, right?
Yeah, Rob Ott.
Robot camera, there we are. Yes, thank you.
Hey, there's nothing like a courtside seat, is there?
I love this. I know some folks, some broadcasters don't prefer to be down low, but I like it. Make you feel like you're more in the game as you see the crowd getting into Sweet Caroline. It's great. This is one of the, I think, better venues in Central Ohio. When you get a full audience, just the acoustics in here, it just sounds like
it's
a
loud.
much louder venue than
I'm going to tell you what, it's loud.
I don't know if they can replicate that in the new building, but hopefully they can do something about that.
I know we had times in here with Logan and Newark, Zanesville, that this place, Josh, it was loud.
Mid-2000s, I know that when they had the Final Four team, it was a very difficult building to come in and win.
Well, you can't hear.
No. Lancaster starts the fourth quarter with possession.
Got to move the ball a little bit.
Bruni trying to go to work. Dishes in the corner, open look, and rims out for Hayden Allen. Yale's really just struggling to find their groove on the perimeter.
Doing a nice job. Just, you got to make shots.
Alford on the tip, leaves it short.
Yeah, didn't give it a chance.
And a few times the post players have had some difficulty scoring in the painted area.
Here's where they've had their advantage.
Williams spin move and finishes with the left hand.
He's had the advantage with Alfred guarding him all night.
9 for Trey Williams. He's only averaging 6.9 a game.
Yeah, he's made some good decisions.
Underhill.
Yeah,
gives it up.
better job, right? Simple things like that right there, Josh. Just pivoted, got it back out. Nice simple pass, little pass fake. There you go. See?
Alford, tough shot. Hill chases it down, tries to save it, and does. Here's Alford double teamed, and he gets fouled.
Really good possession there for Logan. They did a good job. Much better. Watch Trey here, one-on-one. Puts him in the dryer for a little spin cycle. Yep, gets it on the board. There
Beautiful
you go.
finish there for Williams. As you get a good look on our dagger law replay, as the free throw is good for Alford on the other end. Cannonales picked up his first personal. Alford knocks down both free throws, give him 8 in the game, and it's a 3-point game again. 33-30 Lancaster. Inside of 6.5 plays, you get a good look at the senior Alford.
Whoops.
Thomas got in trouble. Got bailed out by Williams. And a little hand check.
Yeah, a little too tight there.
Underhill picks up his second. Coach Riggs barks out the signal of what he wants his team to run on this sideline inbound. Bruni will look over. Thomas lobbing it inside, a nice feed to Allen. Too strong off the glass. Chieftains come away with it. And nice effort there by J.D. Thomas to poke it away, but it will remain with the Chieftains. Well, you really come away impressed with the active hands that the Gales have on defense.
They have to. I mean, for them, they cannot allow people just to freely do things. It's not big enough indoors.
And a foul away from the ball. Going to go against Lancaster. That's going to go on Hayden Allen, his third. So you got Allen with 3 for Lancaster. Nobody else with more than 1. And Caden Alford with 3. Burke and Bell also have 2 for the Chieftains. Logan showing some more patience on this possession. Open look and knocking it down is Jacob Burke, his second triple of the night.
You nailed it, Josh. They just were more patient. I mean, whether you make that shot or not, it's a better possession.
Swinging around and a knockdown 3 for J.D. Thomas.
Thomas said right back at you.
Both teams trading threes, and it remains a 3-point advantage for Lancaster as we hit 5 to play.
Good job right there. When they slow down, they do a nice job like this right here, Josh.
Pierce can't get it to go. Pierce on 11 at the half, and Lancaster has locked him down in the second half. And Williams draws a foul. So we get another look at the open 3, the last possession for Logan.
Yeah, look at that. I mean, that is open. That's really not very well contested, and you know what? The chance of that going in is a lot higher.
And an open look off the inbound, knocked down by J.D. Thomas. Team's starting to heat up a little bit.
He's feeling it.
2 for him. Timeout, Logan. With 4:25 to go in this one, they've got 1 timeout remaining. J.D. Thomas, 7 points on the night, 2 triples. And Lancaster, I believe, their largest lead at 39-33.
Yeah, good timeout. You know, a 6-point lead in this situation with these 2 teams is a lot more than if you have 2 teams that are really, you know, high scoring. It's a big deal right now.
Coming up for Lancaster, they'll be back at it on Thursday night. They will take on Mifflin here at home, and Logan will play home at against Canal Winchester on Friday night, although with the way the weather forecast looks, that may be iffy at this point.
Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? We could get a bunch or very little. You never know. It could go either way.
You're right. It's Ohio, so you're not sure. I mean, I think for sure there'll be rain Thursday, but how much snow? You know, I like a white Christmas.
I do,
I
too.
just don't want white roads.
Yes.
You know, I like it to be able where we're mobile.
Yes, absolutely. And a reminder, only 4 shopping days left until Christmas to get your Christmas shopping done here in the next
You just
couple
set some
days.
people in panic
I
right
know.
there.
I'm done. I got done yesterday. Logan looking like they're not done in this one. Both teams starting to feel it a little bit offensively. Magdich looking inside.
A real good possession.
Shot up and in by Owen Bell, his first basket of the night.
Yeah, a great possession, though. They really just moved the ball. They pivoted, made simple passes.
Bell just a freshman for the Chieftains. Bruni gives it up. Williams. Shot off the glass and in.
Hey, what's good there? He used his right hand. Got it up on the glass.
He's now in double figures with 11. Coach Riggs said first 1 to 50, and that might be pretty accurate.
Yeah, I think you are correct.
And Bruni chasing that one down, crashes into the scorer's table. Get a good look at Magdich leading the offense for Logan. Bell finding Burke. Last couple of possessions have been better for Logan until that turnover. Ailes to Bruni. Inside, threading the needle. Bruni may have got away with a step there.
Now he thought about letting that fly, but he's done a really nice job.
Ailes will let it fly and knock it down.
You know, he hasn't had a good shooting night, but he's had a good ball handling night. That's a really good pass by Colton Bruni right there.
14 for Cannon Ailes. 44-35 Lancaster. Too strong on the other end, and Williams tracks it down for the Gales. Bruni ahead. Inside and a foul, a hard foul inside, was going up for the finish. We get another look at this pass.
Yeah, watch this. I mean, find the open man. You know, that assist, the guards have to understand, that assist right there is as if you scored it. And they have to remember that sometimes. You know, Colton likes to shoot it. He works on his skills in the offseason. He's a scorer. But that pass, as simple as it may be, is a big part of this game right now and may have really just, you know, really hindered Logan's opportunities.
Gabe Boyden, a 71% free throw shooter, misses the first one. He'll have one more at the line. And he misses them both. But a rebound. And on the baseline was Williams on that rebound.
Yeah, good effort.
So it'll be Logan basketball with 2:23 to go. Chieftains need to go to work here in the final couple minutes. Loose ball, held ball, and the arrow will keep it with the Chieftains. Bell to throw it in. Here's Burke. Tough three off the back iron. Second effort's no good. Third crack at it is good for Simon Pierce. And a timeout taken.
Coach Riggs, like, you got to rebound. And he's right. In that situation, that's a huge possession. But now what you got to do is you got to coach for 2 minutes here, and you got to play proper for 2 minutes. You got to understand time and score here. Don't quit attacking, though. You know, I never like when you lose your assertiveness, but it's got to be smart attack. And what I say is you have to understand that you got a 7-point lead. Don't do anything that's really abnormal to what we know and do, because I'm sure both teams are coached in these situations. And you know what? How many games have they played? 7?
Right.
You got to have a little familiarity. I know we say, well, they're young. Well, after 7 games, it's a third of your season. At some point, they got to start to understand what's going on out there. And I would think by Christmas time, you'd have a pretty good feel.
I got to think for Logan, this may be where you are really missing some perimeter players, because now you would maybe press a little bit, maybe trying to make the other team a little more uncomfortable.
Well, he's tried to not play the 2 big guys at the same time this half, and it's just hard. It's just tough because they don't have enough. Lancaster is quicker, okay, and that's just the way it is. So we'll see right here. Chieftains are going to press a little bit.
Full court pressure.
You see, the Gales really don't have a post player, Josh. So you can run somebody up and bring it up.
Right.
That's just the 16th foul, so they've got 1 more to give.
And Bell picks up his 3rd. He's got 3. Alford's got 3 for the Chieftains. Burke also with 3. Thomas gives it up to Bruni. Gales trying to play a little keep away.
Yeah, that's not where you want it, but the right choice by Trey. Got it blocked.
He has it blocked, and the Chieftains come away at the stop. Here's Burke. Deeper 3, and he knocks it down. Third 3 for
See
Jacob
the replay
Burke.
here. Watch Williams get up, but watch it get blocked. Now what you do is you got to get a layup or you shoot free throws, Josh, offensively. They've got the ability to see right there. Now you're on the line, and you got to, one of your best scorer tonight going to the line, and that's a good thing.
Simon Pierce will will pick up the 2nd, as that will send Cannon Ailes to the line. And a timeout taken by Lancaster. And let's talk about our players of the game. Our Logan player of the game is brought to you by Bay Food Market. Bay Food Market has been serving Fairfield County for more than 90 years. Located at the corner of Maple and Walnut Streets in Lancaster, Bay Food Market provides the community with the highest quality meats. Stop in and discover the Bay's difference.
What do you think, Josh?
Boy, I like the way that Jacob Burke coming back home, so to speak, playing at Fisher Catholic.
Well, he's made big shots.
Yeah.
I mean, give him credit. He's jumped up and scored. He's played well tonight. He and Simon Pierce have kind of led the way offensively, but I'm good with that.
So Logan Burke, he's in there somewhere. Trust us for the Logan huddle. Is our Bay Food Market player of the game, and our player of the game for Lancaster, brought to you by the Savings Bank, where community always comes first. The Savings Bank, proud of our heritage, founded by local people, committing to servicing individuals and businesses in southeastern Ohio. Learn more at thesavingsbank.com.
Lancaster has a lot of players that contribute and do a lot of things with their roles here. Just like Colton Bruni, he hasn't scored tonight, I don't believe, or he's got a couple points, and it hasn't shot it like he likes to shoot it. But he's done a lot of things. He's played the whole game on the floor and taking care of the ball. But, you got to look at Cannon Ailes. He's been aggressive offensively. I think probably when you go to the player of the game, but, we talk about people stepping in, making threes in this quarter. Trey Williams has done a great job, both ends of the floor, being active. So give the Gales a lot of credit, but I think Cannon Ailes here, see. Oh, and he misses
the free throw. That's the announcer jinx.
Yeah,
there.
well,
player of the game.
yeah.
14.
He would have
to
be at the foul line, wouldn't he?
Yes, of course.
Here they're going to play him man-to-man. Okay.
Burke inside, passes it back out to Bell. Open look for 3, off the mark by Maynard, slapped around, saved to Maynard. Pull up from behind the foul line is no good. Williams on the floor, and what's the call here?
Jump ball.
Still waiting on it. Officials are going to get together. Timeout or jump ball. They're going to call traveling. Secret answer number 3. Coach Kent Riggs pleading his case on the sideline. So Logan will have the ball down by 4 with 49 ticks to go.
Yeah, you got to move on. You got to move on. You got to play.
The officials are going to talk to the players here, trying to calm things down. lot going on here.
That's all right.
Bell trying to find somebody. They're out of timeouts.
Wow.
Just got it in to beat the 5-second call. Out of bounds, and it'll stay with Logan.
Strike call. Don't throw a bounce pass to 6'6"
Yes.
in traffic. I mean, sometimes, players, they panic.
Ball tipped up.
Big play.
Bruni comes away with it. And he will back it out. A wise play. Thomas goes to the rack and lays it in.
I thought Colton was going to go to the basket.
But he probably burned about 5
That's okay.
more seconds off by not doing that.
Well, he made a nice job. He kept his feet controlled, made a good pass.
And now it looks like a injury timeout or a timeout in general. There's a Logan player face down right in front of the Chieftains bench. Might be an injury timeout. Comes with 32.8 seconds to go.
Well, there was a scramble for the loose ball over there. And I'm not sure, who knows, sometimes inadvertent elbows and things happen.
It may have collided with another player on
Right.
the far end, away from the basketball. Let's get another look at our dagger replay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he got maybe an elbow there.
I mean, it's incidental. Kids are just hustling.
Right. It's Jacob Burke who goes down.
I mean, he seems to be okay. It's kind of like those wide receivers going over the middle, and all of a sudden, you run into something. Wow.
So Hunter Hill picked up his 3rd foul on the other end, and here we go. As you see the finish by Thomas with the left hand.
He's had a big quarter. We talked about players of the game and stuff. He could have been right there too.
At 1 point at halftime.
Yeah. And of course, he missed the foul shot.
But he gets a big rebound. And a foul is committed by Owen Bell. That's his 4th. 9th team foul against the Chieftains.
Well, you don't execute and block out at the foul line. That happens. And I know Coach Ryder's disappointed because that's a fundamental.
Just to finish the thought on Thomas, had 1 point at the half. He's up to 9, so 8 points here in the second half.
Well, it's all this quarter too, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Cannon Ailes knocks down a free throw, give him 15 in the game.
All right, he's revived hope in me, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's trying to double his season average, and he cannot do it.
Again.
And a rebound, loose ball, and a timeout taken by Lancaster.
Wow, Williams just outworked him. I mean, he's just, that should not happen, but give Trey Williams credit. He just outworked him at the foul line.
You really got to be impressed with his hustle tonight on both ends of the floor.
His effort is part of, what makes them successful.
So 47-40 in favor of Lancaster with 23.3 seconds to go. Lancaster calling the timeout to avoid the turnover. So they'll have to trigger it in underneath their own basket. Got to think Logan's going to be in scramble foul mode.
Well, yeah, what you're going to try and do is deny, and then if it comes in, you trap. Try to get a deflection. You're down 3 possessions. I mean, you have no choice. The clock's your enemy. You can't allow much time to run off. Lancaster, the biggest thing you have to sell here is you have to get the ball inbounds. This possession can be a game finisher. If you get it in, then don't panic. If you feel the 5-second, then you call another timeout. But this possession determines the game for you tonight, right now.
See what Coach Kent Riggs draws up on the old grease board. It'll be Colton Bruni to throw it in. You get a good look at him.
Yep, just a little pick the picker. Wow.
Finds Williams in a dangerous spot, and a foul is called, a bailout foul, as Pierce commits the personal.
Yeah, you don't have to do that.
Williams was very close to falling over into the backcourt for the violation. Trey will be at the line, already in double figures. This is the first free throw. That'll probably be something Coach Riggs will talk about after this game with his team, is some missed opportunities at the line.
Well, they're not trying to miss them. I mean, and you know, it just happens sometimes, and they just got to get in the gym and shoot more of them.
Going to the basket, Magdic, and he will draw a foul, trying to create something. Sawyer Magdic go to the line.
That's the last thing you want.
That probably makes your skin crawl as a coach when you commit a foul in that situation.
I'm glad to be sitting right here right now. It's so much easier.
Free throw's no good. One more for Magdic, trying to cut into a 7-point deficit, and he knocks it down, so it's a 6-point game with 13 to go.
Yeah, just hold it.
Hales is fouled.
Right decision. They have to foul. Get the ball to one of your best foul shooters.
That's all for Owen Bell, as he will foul out with 2 points.
Just telling Colton to get back and stop the basketball. See, he's telling him right now, get back there and stop the basketball. Don't allow penetration. Make them shoot a wild three.
Cohen Maynard will check back in for Logan. Free throw is good by Ailes. Now he doubles his season total. He came into the night 8 on the year, an average of 8. He's got 17.
Now he's been rock solid.
Yes, he has. 6'3" junior.
Don't foul, whatever you do. Don't gamble.
Hill for 3, off the mark, and that's going to do it. As Lancaster, a hard-fought victory at home as they knock off the Logan Chieftains. Final score, 49-41.
Almost 50.
Yeah. Well, the closest team to 50 wins tonight. But certainly a solid effort tonight for Lancaster, and you got to think that it really started, in my opinion, on the defensive end.
It did. You know, their zone turned the game. And we call it a zone, but really it's just an extended pressure, half court, probably even not half court, but you know, above the top of the circle to the volleyball spike line. Really good.
Leading scorer for Lancaster was Cannon Ailes with 17 points. Trey Williams also in double figures with 11 points. J.D. Thomas nearly with that many at 9 points himself. Jacob Burke led Logan with 13 points, including 3 three-pointers. Also 13 for Simon Pierce. Certainly a Logan team that is learning and kind of growing and will continue to get better certainly as the season goes along. And I think this Lancaster team, a very young team, will still get better as well.
Yeah, both teams, you know, they've got areas to improve and be more consistent. Logan shows spots and times where they were better. Lancaster did a really good job, like you said, getting deflection, stirring it up, change the tempo a little bit, especially when you have the perimeter kids they have. There's going to be some matchups that are going to be better for them and some that aren't as good for them sometimes. So, but, you know, 5-3 right now going into, you know, play Mifflin Thursday, and that'll be totally different than this.
Absolutely.
I guarantee you.
That'll probably be a track meet.
Well, Mifflin will attempt to make it that, and then Lancaster will have to have the discipline and the activity to match their quickness and athleticism. So that's what you get when you play at this level. You have to deal and you have to adjust in the players. And you know, in defense of both teams, it is before Christmas, and this is kind of where you make your hay at this point. You head into league play. Of course, Logan playing independent, it's a little more difficult, but they just got to keep working to get better. They showed some better signs at times in doing simple things offensively, just pass faking, pivoting, making the easy pass, and scoring and finishing. But to Lancaster's credit, you know, and Coach Ryder said coming in, if you don't play well against Lancaster, they'll beat you.
Yeah.
And he's right, because the turnovers that Logan had really led to a lot of Lancaster opportunities.
Absolutely. Well, our next broadcast will come your way after a little bit of a break. We'll take some time off for the holidays, and we'll be back at it on January 6th as we'll have our first girls matchup of the year. It should be a good one from Baltimore as the Amanda Clear Creek Lady Aces come to town to take on the Liberty Union Lady Lions. And Coach Burke there, his first year at Liberty Union. It'll be interesting to see how his ball club will respond. Abby Riddle back from injury this year. Good to see her back on the court. So it should be a good one as well.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
Absolutely. Want to wish you and your family a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Likewise to our whole staff here.
Absolutely. And wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year as well. So enjoy yourself as we enjoyed this one tonight. Final score here from Lancaster. The Gales get the win 49-41. For Tim Shoemaker and our entire IVP Sports crew, I'm Josh Messerly. Thanks for watching the Buffalo Wild Wings Game of the Week, and good night, everybody.
IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Basketball Game of the Week. Brought to you by Buckeye Toyota, Bay Food Market, Fairfield County Adam H., the Savings Bank, Fairfield Medical Center, the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield Federal, the Carriage Company, Fairfield DD, Personal Touch Party Rentals and Events, Dagger Law, and North Body Shop.